Campbell House is a historic house museum at the corner of Queen and University. We are pleased to welcome you to an exhibition of new paintings by Anong Migwans Beam. First, I'd like to speak the land acknowledgement, so appropriate on this occasion. We acknowledge the land we are meeting on as the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit and Métis peoples. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. It is now my pleasure to introduce Elka Weinstein, who curated this exhibit. Dr. Weinstein is currently the Vice President of ICOM Canada and is the past President of the Board of Directors of the John B. Aird Gallery. As former Director-Curator of Campbell House Museum, she initiated this beautiful art gallery space at the museum in order to broaden its appeal to visitors. She also curated the first contact photography exhibition at Campbell House. Over to you, Elka.
Thanks, Liz. So this exhibition could not have happened if it weren't for the collaboration of a great many people. When I first broached the idea of the exhibition a year ago, Liz was very enthusiastic and supportive. Thank you, Liz. Bill Grigsby and Emily McCourt of Reactor Art and Design created all of the graphics for the invitation and the corner sign for Campbell House Museum without charge. Thank you, Bill and Emily. Philip Jevick of Gallery Jevick in Yorkville is Anong Beam's dealer in Toronto. Philip arranged for many of the paintings sent by a courier from Manitoulin Island to be stretched and framed in preparation for the exhibit. He also arranged for them to be delivered to the museum. Thank you, Philip. We borrowed 3 of the paintings for the show from the McMaster Art Gallery. Thank you to Carolyn Potted-Warney, Patricia Edmonds, and Julie Boudreau at McMaster for making the loan possible. We also borrowed a set of wildflower prints, wildflower studies from Heritage York. These are from an 1867 edition of Catherine Parr Traill's Canadian Wildflowers, illustrated by her niece, Agnes Fitzgibbon Moody. Thank you, Heritage York and Lambton House. And finally, I want to thank and introduce the artist herself. Anong Migwans Beam has been painting since 1999 and has been exhibited in group and solo shows in galleries across Canada. Anong's paintings are held in the permanent collections of art galleries in New Brunswick, New York, Nova Scotia, and Ontario. I first met Anong at the Ojibwe Cultural Foundation on Manitoulin Island when she was the director of that important organization. Subsequently, I invited her to join me at an ICOM Ecuador conference in Quito, where she presented a talk about her efforts to revitalize the foundation as a cultural center for the Anishinaabe people who live there. Anong's own paintings speak to her work and life on Manitoulin Island, where she grew up as the daughter of 2 artists. Welcome, Anong.
Ani Anong Migwans Beam and Dejnakas Chigging and Don Juba Beam paints and Do Naki Negze and Do them. Migwach Kinria Gibajai Campbell House Toronto, Migwach Campbell House Ginad Motion. Up Jigo Zaganin Mizinbige Chumizindige Nasap Nos Midash Mava Endat Zam Gachi Nda Zam Gachi Azmatic the Arushme Gallery at Campbell House. So thank you very much, Campbell House, thank you everyone for coming out to Campbell House, and thank you, Campbell House, for inviting me to show my paintings there. I really love painting big paintings, just like my father, but then that leaves me with a house that's too small to show them, so it's a much better gallery down there at Campbell House, Miigwech.